Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Argo Sports Insider, where each episode we like to spend some time focusing and highlighting the University of West Florida athletic programs. And what a great way to start this episode of the show. We are here at Blue Wahoo Stadium in beautiful downtown Pensacola by Pensacola Bay, celebrating the 2019 Division II NCAA football champion University of West Florida Argonauts. It has been a long time coming. We've been waiting for this opportunity, with all that's going on in the world, to celebrate this team, for them to get their national championship rings and to come back together again and really kind of relive the magic that was the 2019 season. This was a team that made it into the playoffs by winning 8 of their regular season games, squeaking out a win in their final game to get in, and then a run for the ages in the playoffs, knocking off 4 undefeated teams, 3 number 1 seeds, beating the defending national champions, a team from their own conference, Valdosta State, that they had lost a heartbreaker to during the regular season, and then capping it off with a national championship victory in McKinney, Texas, back December 21st of 2019. In just 4 seasons, national champs here at the University of West Florida. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Pete Shinnick after the festivities.
I mean, obviously this whole run was really, a group effort, a team effort. And what a blast to be out here, seeing these guys come back. And then, when we unveiled it, I'd obviously looked at the ring. I just watched the expression on guys' faces, and it was awesome. Having the senior class up there in front and seeing what they said, well worth the wait. Very excited. These guys are champions for life.
Really cool to bring them all back together again, too. And I've been noticing, they just fall right back in with each other, whether it's been 6-7 months and they haven't seen each other again.
Well, and I think that speaks to the type of family atmosphere we have, and I think that speaks for their love for the program, their love for UWF, their love for Pensacola. I mean, these guys could be a lot of different places right now. They're out working, they're all over the state, they're all over the Southeast, but they wanted to come back and be a part of this celebration. And we had a lot of people out here tonight. I think it's a great tribute to the bonds that they've made and just the experiences they've had while they've been at UWF.
Football players, teammates, bonds for life. You've got guys I'm sure that you stay in contact with for years later. Championship teams, it becomes a little bit different because now we got to start talking about 10-year reunions and 20 years and so forth. This is going to be a special group for a long time.
Well, it is, and especially we've got, to do it within 4 years. And to get the original group a national championship, that just doesn't happen very often. So to be able to do that, for them to be able to come back and talk about the origins of the program to now the first national championship in the history of the program, 10 years from now, it'll be fun for them to compare notes with other people through the process.
You had some of your guys, the original guys, talking in testimonials about the early days. You singled out Dr. Benz to talk about, the vision that she had to create it. It's come a long way in a short period of time.
Well, it really has. I mean, from, again, and, in that testimony, you heard Andre talk about, there were just trees on Penn Air Field. So for Penn Air to come and, supply the opportunity for us to turf that field, and then for the Gooden Center, Daryl Gooden and his family to, be able to get us in the best locker room, best weight room in Division II, we have come a long way. We've gone from double wide trailers to a great setup, and we've gone from, the end of a season in 2016 getting blown out to now winning those games and moving on. And, I mentioned the 9-1 record in the playoffs. I mean, that's a tribute to these guys here, just believing every day they go out there.
Lastly, I know you brought, guys who weren't here to be on part of the team that won the title, but they got to come and watch tonight, and it's culture and it's building for the future as well.
It is. We wanted the guys, we've got about 35 new team members here. We wanted them in the stands. We wanted them to see it. We wanted them to get a look at this thing and go, all right, this is why we're working hard. This is why we're showing up early. This is why we're getting in extra work. And it was great to see their faces because they were like, dang, we got an opportunity to do that? Yes, you do. A lot of hard work.
Congratulations again to Coach Shinnick, his whole coaching staff, everybody involved with this football program, with the University of West Florida Athletics, the administration as well. Guys like Quentin Randolph here, champion, got a ring on. KG, Sam Antoine. This is the kind of magic that we bring here on Argo Sports Insider. Coming up next, we'll talk to a couple of the players, parents, and assistant coaches to celebrate this national title on Argo Sports Insider.
Real change occurs in that split second, a moment of connection among people.
With a common purpose,
a shared vision,
and a unified goal. What will you change?
what will change you? The University of West Florida. No limits.
Your View commemorates the best season in West Florida Argonaut football history with replays of the 2019 playoff run and a special watch-along viewing of the Division II National Championship game hosted by Will Kennedy and featuring in-game commentary from head coach Pete Shinnick, linebacker Andre Duncombe Jr., and wide receiver Quentin Randolph. Tune in and relive the best season in UWF program history.
For those who measure success by the worn tread on their tires, and those who strengthen their body and mind and drift through their weekends over nature's current. Andrews Institute, for those who move.
What does Argo Spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
This portion of Argo Sports Insider is brought to you by Penn Air Federal Credit Union, Jenny King, Hill Kelly Dodge, High Point Hotel Group, and the Florida Lottery.
Welcome back into Argo Sports Insider. Again, we're here in Blue Wahoo Stadium in Pensacola, Florida. I'm Will Kennedy, your host, and we are celebrating a 2019 national championship for the UWF football team. It's been a long time coming, as we mentioned last segment, to get to this night. Everybody gets their rings, and this team is able to be honored by their friends and their family, the city of Pensacola, dignitaries, President Dr. Martha Saunders from the University of West Florida, the mayor of Pensacola. And we really had a chance to share this with everyone, including the guys who played on the team, but also their parents, the assistant coaches, and we had a chance to talk to some of the happiest people on the planet right here in Blue Wahoo Stadium.
It's almost something that you look back at and you can't believe. It's something that if I wasn't there, I wouldn't believe it if you told me. I mean, starting from actually nothing. We were in a volleyball locker room with 100 guys, really tight. You really get to know the guys there, and I mean, that probably built the foundation of what ended up in this guy right there. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, what we did and how we did it, and the boys I was with. I mean, you couldn't write a better story, and I'm thankful every day.
It's phenomenal. A lot of hard work, a lot of hours put together for this. Just great to see all the guys happy, celebrating. They've done a lot to earn this, and really, like you said, really literally out the mud. So out the grass fields, so to the turf field. Now we're playing at Wahoo's. Been phenomenal. Just excited to really finally get the ring and all the hard work that goes into it.
I just get a whole bunch of flashbacks, man. Just a whole bunch of guys making great plays, just seeing all the building blocks that got us to this moment. And it's just so great. Like, I've been away for a few months, adulting, and just being able to come back to this field and just seeing all these guys happy, seeing me happy, it's just amazing.
This team has such a bond, and I saw it so early on, and just, Austin's been playing football since he was itty-bitty, and there was something so special about this group of people and the coaches and everything about this program that I just really felt like God had blessed him so much to put him exactly where he needed to be. And everybody around him, just amazing people. And it all fell into place, and just kept week after week happening over and over again, and it was amazing. It was just such a blessing.
So I've been gone for probably almost 6 months. I'm living up in Washington working right now, and I came back here and didn't miss a beat with the guys. You know, I mean, you spend that much time with dudes and commit to them the way they commit to you, you're never going to miss that, and you're never going to lose that. And we can come back 10 years from now, and it'll be exactly the same. And I love that about these guys, and we've got a lot holding us together right now. So, sorry, hands getting a little heavy here. It's a beautiful ring, though, man. This is something else right here. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time even grasping this moment.
All the hard work and the hours that have gone into getting this ring, and then they had to wait even longer because of what's going on in the world, but it's all worth it now. And they obviously the moment seeing their faces getting rings is worth every bit of it.
Got a feeling that this night and this event is going to live in memories for a long time coming, and I'm sure before too long, this group will be getting back together again to celebrate it a few years down the road. Coming up next here on the program, we are going to dive into some other sports here on the campus of the University of West Florida on Argo Sports Insider.
Real change occurs in that split second, a moment of connection among people.
Change is inclusive.
Change is collaborative.
Change is transformative.
Change connects. Who will you connect with?
What will you change?
What will change you? The University of West Florida. No limits.
What does Argo spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
Your View commemorates the best season in West Florida Argonaut football history with replays of the 2019 playoff run and a special watch-along viewing of the Division II National Championship game hosted by Will Kennedy and featuring in-game commentary from head coach Pete Shinnick, linebacker Andre Duncombe Jr., and wide receiver Quentin Randolph. Tune in and relive the best season in UWF program history.
For those who measure success by the worn tread on their tires, and those who strengthen their body and mind and drift through their weekends over nature's current. Andrews Institute, for those who move.
We've delivered hot, fresh, made-to-order burgers to your table every day since 1950. Now, we're just delivering them a little farther. Right to your front door. Guess you could call them special deliveries. Delivery has arrived at Whataburger. Use our app or order at whataburger.com.
Welcome back into Argo Sports Insider. We are here at the UWF Athletic Training Center with Dr. David Joyner, the Executive Director of the Andrews Institute, world famous Andrews Institute, I might add. Thanks for spending some time with us. We wanted to talk a little bit on the program here this episode about this partnership, which is a fantastic one for both the university, but also for you guys as well.
It's a great partnership. We've always felt very a strong kinship with UWF. We've helped with other projects in the past, one-offs, but we've also had physicians that cover their athletic programs, and that's been going on for a number of years. And then within this last year, we've reached a heightening of that partnership with the athletic trainers here that are now part of Andrews Institute, and we're part of Baptist Healthcare here, of course. And so we're very, very proud to be able to have our athletic trainers, the athletic trainers for University of West Florida.
This facility has changed quite a bit in just the last year or two, and to kind of see what we have around us now, that's a huge step forward. But it's a great benefit for our student athletes to have that connection with you guys. I mean, for those that don't know, the highest level athletes from all across the country and around the world come here to your facility in Gulf Breeze to have surgeries and rehabs and all that kind of thing done. And our athletes have that connection just literally a couple steps away.
The athletes at UWF, number one, everybody deserves the best care, and we treat our elite athletes the same as we would treat you. Not that you're not an elite athlete, but you know.
Not anymore.
Yes, but we treat everyone with the utmost respect and also with the utmost urgency to help their problem as quickly and as efficiently and as appropriately as we can. Having said that, having this even more direct connection with UWF really facilitates that access to a degree that's even beyond what it was before. So we're very, very happy to be able to offer that connection, the same that we do, like you said, with all of our elite athletes and the general public as well. But it's just great to be able to do that.
And the staff here that also, you know, the students that get to come through this program and get that exposure to the Andrews Institute and this facility for the next generation of people working in the field.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of athletic trainers, their backgrounds come from places like this, where they associate with the great athletic trainers that are here as their mentors. And so we are very excited to, you know, because one of our great, you know, we start every meeting off with patient care, research, and education. So those are the three legs of the stool that make us proud every day. And so the education part, with being able to help with athletic trainers and education of other students here at UWF, is a very important part of what we do.
Now, the team doctors that work with the various sports here come from your facility as well. They've been a part of it for quite a while, and we appreciate them for sure. And they've got that connection. I mean, we see them at games, and even if they didn't go to school here, they kind of become fans.
They are fans. Dr. Hackle and Dr. Ostrander have been doing this for a long time. They are part of the Andrews Institute, and we're very excited that you know, this athletic training association will only augment you know, what they're able to do and facilitate those connections like we talked about.
It is a wonderful partnership. What's going on at the Andrews Institute out there your way, you know, kind of away from our campus here? There are always things in the works with you guys.
There are always things in the works. You know, like you are, you know, the last 6 months just seems to have gone away. It's an eye blink, you know, but it hasn't gone away because obviously because of what we're wearing here, it's still here. And so what we're with every day, and particularly with Sally, you know, Hurricane Sally and now the bridge, and all of Baptist, not just Andrews, you know, we're working hard, and we have very good people doing that with logistics and helping patients to be able to get to see us, not only, you know, University of West Florida athletes, but also other patients. And, you know, we're fortunate because we're focused and concentrating on this kind of bridge recovery for us, where we're fortunate to have multiple facilities within the region, like 9 Mile right down the road here, you know, from UWF, where our athletes can get seen right away if they need to with urgent care. And then if they don't need urgent care, of course, they can come to Andrews Institute to see us there.
We appreciate you. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us, Dr. David Joyner, Executive Director of the Andrews Institute. Elbow bump instead of a handshake. We appreciate all that you do for us. Coming up next year on the program, we're diving deeper into athletics here at the University of West Florida on Argo Sports Insider.
What does Argo Spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
For those who measure success by the worn tread on their tires, and those who strengthen their body and mind and drift through their weekends over nature's current. Andrews Institute, for those who move.
We've delivered hot, fresh, made-to-order burgers to your table every day since 1950. Now, we're just delivering them a little farther. Right to your front door. Guess you could call them special deliveries. Delivery has arrived at Whataburger. Use our app or order at whataburger.com.
This portion of Argo Sports Insider is brought to you by Coca-Cola, Baptist Healthcare and the Andrews Institute, Publix, Whataburger, and CPC Office Technologies.
Welcome back into Argo Sports Insider. Every episode here of the show, we like to spend some time with our student athletes, getting to know them a little better. We're not talking about what they do, the X's and O's on the field in whatever particular sport they play or on the court sometimes. We just want to know more about them. This week, we're spending a little time with Hannah Wooten from the UWF women's soccer team.
Hi everybody, my name's Hannah Wooten. I'm a senior center defender. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I came to UWF mainly because of the beaches. I'm from the beach in Jacksonville, so kind of a little bit of home. And on top of that, I just loved the vibe here. Everybody's really sweet, everybody's really cool, and the team was amazing, so it just made it feel at home. They're different. Pensacola is more touristy. My beaches were more like a local type of deal, so I guess here are nicer. But I'm studying electrical engineering. I did it because I wanted something that would challenge me. On top of that, I like math, and it kind of gave me a little bit of both, the math and the conceptual, so it's part of why I chose it. And then also because my dad did it, so I figured, why not? Electronic circuits 1, probably the toughest course, for sure. The material's challenging because it gets very technical into things like operational amplifiers and like how they really work and stuff, and it was very, very conceptual, and it just made it hard to wrap your head around. To some respect, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a nerd, just a little. I have a dog, his name's JJ, so I take him to the park and stuff. I also, when I was younger, I did like street hockey, so I like to skate. And I like to cook a lot. My favorite sport is flag football. I actually played that in high school, my junior and senior year. And honestly, if I could have played it in college, I would have. But I also did cross country, and I only did that for 2 weeks. So I paint, but it's more so just like doodles. Like I'm not very good. The skating, no one ever expects me to be able to like go backwards really fast around them and skate circles and stuff. A lot of R&B, a little bit of rap, but mostly R&B. Like J. Cole, things like that. Ooh, Fusaklis, and I get a box with the spicy kung fu sauce and ranch dressing, and I'd switch the bread out for extra fries. That's exactly what I do.
Coming up next here on the show, Maya checks in. She's checking in with some student athletes to find out what they've got on tap for Halloween, right here on Argo Sports Insider.
Real change occurs in that split second, a moment of connection among people.
With a common purpose,
a shared vision,
and a unified goal. What will you change?
What will change you? The University of West Florida. No limits.
You got me falling hard.
What does Argo spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
For those who measure success by the worn tread on their tires, and those who strengthen their body and mind and drift through their weekends over nature's current. Andrews Institute, for those who move.
Welcome back to Argo Sports Insider. It's time for another edition of the lighter side, but with a spooky twist to it. We asked our student athletes what's their favorite Halloween costume from when they were younger and what they're dressing up as this year. Here's what they had to say.
A witch, for sure. I really just pulled that one out of the bag. Whenever I did it, everyone was scared in my town. I was going to do that imposter thing, that game, Play Among Us, and like just put a hoodie on and put like a mask here, because that's not a lot of effort, and I'm not really putting in a lot of effort this year.
Probably Cheetah Girl. I killed that costume, yeah.
Like, did you have like a favorite Cheetah Girl song?
The We Are Sisters one. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing it though, I'm sorry.
It's hard to admit, but when I was little, I always wanted to dress up as a pink Power Ranger.
Is the pink Power Ranger still your favorite?
No.
I think my favorite Halloween costume was when I was the Wicked Witch of the West from Wicked, because that was my favorite play growing up.
Say Baby Bop from Barney.
One year, my mom kind of gave me free rein on Halloween, and for some reason, I decided to be a cluster of grapes. So we bobby pinned or safety pinned green balloons all over like my shirt and shorts, so I look like grapes. I just thought it was different. I've never seen anybody else do that. So
that's a wrap for our spookiest segment. Back to you, Will.
Thanks, Maya. Of course, Halloween right around the corner. Always fun to see what the athletes dress up like, and you can always follow them on their personal social medias. Follow all our different programs. They've got on different platforms, different accounts, but the main place to find all your resources for the University of West Florida Athletics is goargos.com, and pretty much Go Argos across the other social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good kind of stuff. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time right here on Argo Sports Insider.